Hey everybody, it's John, Lake Erie Chestnuts. We're working down getting our growing room ready. I'm upgrading some lights. I had some fluorescent lights go out, some T8s. So I bought the direct replacement LED bulbs, T8s. I think these were 20-some dollars, two of them, to replace some lights there. These have 1,800 lumens. They last 35,000 hours, so that'll last me several years. And you don't have to directly wire them, and you can just use the regular fluorescent shop light and directly place them. I also bought it's not ideal, but I don't know how you pronounce it, Fight Electric, F-E-I-T, LED 4-foot high output utility light. This light uses 120 watts, so compared to a 32 watt on the LED bulbs, but it puts out 12,000 lumens versus 1,800 lumens. So we'll see if that increased intensity, the increased lumens, makes for stronger plants. It often makes your plants a little shorter but much more robust. And then I purchased some additional things here from Greenhouse Megastore, so we can open those. Some of these things are things I've used before. The other is going to allow me to use something that I had originally purchased but didn't have the holder for. So this is packing material. This is going to be containers, and then a case for that. So you've seen this before. Has 98 foldings, nice and robust, sturdy. Love using this to get plants started, but you only get about 2 months in them. Then you got to get them moving. But they form good root structure, and they work great. So that's what that box is. Again, it's got the little ridges on it. We've shown this in a recent video. That holds it there. You can actually buy pans if you want to do only bottom watering, because when these plants get tight and they really start growing and leafing out, it's a little hard to get in there and water them. Although you can usually get underneath there, but if you want to only direct water from the bottom, which encourages that root growth down, you can buy a tub, set it in, or I'm sure you can find a tray to fit it in. But I bought some additional containers as well. So that's that purchase. The other purchase is going to go with something I purchased several years ago and fooled myself saying I was going to build my own holder, and then just never got around to it. And certainly people have done it. I've seen people use the top of totes for that. So this looks like it's only half of the shipment. I think the other half is coming. This is going to hold D-pots. D-E-E-P-O-T-S. But basically these always looked a little less robust than I wanted, but now that I have them, they're pretty tight, and they have legs that fit here. So hopefully they won't be too wobbly, but this allows a much bigger pot. I'll get one to show you. So this is the D-pots. It's the D40L, D40L. And if you compare that to the size of a container, you can see maybe twice the size difference, a little bit longer. Definitely you can grow something maybe even almost a full summer in this. I don't know, I wouldn't want to grow it 2 summers for sure, but if you took real good care of them and really watched the watering situation, you could definitely get several more months anyway. So if your plan was to plant in the fall, this would be great. This one, if you start in the spring and want to keep them till the fall, they're not going to make it. They'll live, but they may really suffer growth-wise. So I did dig deeper in my containers and actually found the legs for these. So this will be my first time setting one up, but looks simple enough. Some little PVC pipe. Looks like maybe it's 1 inch. 4 of them. Got water in the background because we had a heavy snow followed by heavy rain, and I got a French drain here in the basement. Not happy making a video unless I have background noise, whether it's wind at the orchard or water dripping in the background. So this works much like the other, but it's much taller. So this will be a lot of fun to see what kind of growth I get out of these over time. Like I said, I've owned these D-pots for 3 or 4 years and never used them. I just never took the time to build my own container, and it was only maybe 12 bucks a piece or something for this container, and the time and hassle it takes to build them, it's just easier to buy it. But that's the start. I'll get the others there, but that's what that's going to look like. That'll be a lot of fun to see how that grows. So we'll check back here in a little bit once we get everything kind of set up in the growing room. We're getting everything set up here in the grow room. These are Stewie tree pots, 3x8s. You've seen these before. These I'm going to finish up and probably won't buy again. These are considered one-time use for me because I have a lot of problems getting the dirt and with the root and everything intact, so I actually have to cut them off. But I have a bunch of them, and they do work great. As far as growing containers, you can put 25 in a case. Nice to carry. We've got cone containers here, 98 and 98. These are cone containers. I forget exactly what these are, but they're about 8 inches long as well. About 1.5 inches diameter at the top. Really nice container there. Oaks do really well in this. Chestnuts do okay to get started. Then over here we have the D-pots, D40L, and we got them in the container, the holders now. There's 25 per, and we got 4 holders, so we got 100 there. And so that's where we're at right now. We don't have anything sprouting yet. We got some root makers that we're going to use. We have just some Jiffy Pot. I like using those to start some vegetables and flowers. And then we got this underneath the hydroplanet light. And the rest will be under fluorescent lights, and we got an LED light here that I showed you earlier. So got plenty of room to put some more stuff, but right there's 100 plants. Right there's 200, 300 plants, just shy of 300 plants right there. So we've got room to grow 400 trees. I got to get a few more containers. We have some root makers, and then I have individual pots, McDonald's cups that I'm going to grow other trees in. So that's where we're at today. This is February 22.